right, we're just gonna let the Facebook Live catch up to us. So we may be live right now, but I'm just gonna give it 2 seconds here. And it looks like we are a go. Wonderful. Okay, so we will get started. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Tara Chisholm, and I am actually the new provincial program director with the Paralympic Sports Association. But it is not about me tonight at all. I am excited to introduce you to the Paralympic Sports Association's new executive director, Katrina Maximchuk, and to help us all get to know her a little bit better, because obviously we do not have certain programs running right now in person, so it's been a tough go for her to come out and meet all of our participants and partners in the community. So we are going to do this Zoom live through Facebook, through our page. And yeah, just get to ask her some questions, and we welcome you. If there's any questions that you have, if you're logging on with us live right now, feel free to post them in the chat. I'll be checking the chat every once in a while. So you can also ask your questions to Katrina. So yeah, we will get started. So welcome, Katrina. I get to work with you every day, but I want to show you off to everyone else. So we're going to jump right into it. So my first question for you is, what excites you about working for PSA?
Oh my goodness. That's such a big question. Well, I mean, I guess working with you, that's super exciting. But PSA is such an amazing organization, really. I've been involved in some capacity with PSA for a really long time. First as a family member of our participant with my youngest sister, and then most recently as a board member, and now in this executive director role. So I'm thrilled to be at the head of an organization that has just such a long history in Edmonton, and a place where such a variety of sports are offered. But really, my number one, it always comes back to the why, and it's the participants. And that's what's been really hard about all of this pandemic coronavirus stuff, is that I was really, really looking forward to getting out and meeting all of our participants and their families, getting to participate in some of the sports. Even I got to go to kayaking, which is beautiful and wonderful. And then things got busy and then closed up. So I can't wait till we're back with fewer restrictions and I'm able to meet everybody at all over. And yeah, PSA just really is a chance for me to continue living my values, in that I really believe in the power of sport and recreation and how they not only benefit health and wellness from a physical standpoint, but I think the mental health aspect of physical activity is huge. And for me, I'm not particularly athletic, so sport was always a place to build community and friendships. And yeah, that's what really drew me to the position, even after so many years of being away and now coming back. So.
Awesome. Well, that's actually a perfect segue into my next question for you. So I think it's really interesting and quite nice for the position and for our PSA members, because they might not know about your history and your background, but you're quite invested within the adapted sports world and adapted physical activity world. So can you tell people kind of what led you, or what was your path to kind of getting here? What's your history with regards to your path to lead you to PSA?
Sure. Yeah. I to do the grand tour is always funny because I don't feel super old, but when you add up all the years, so it's been about 15 years that I've either been studying in the field of adaptive physical activity or working in the field. I did my undergrad at the U of A. I did a kinesiology, a Bachelor of Science in Kin degree. All throughout my undergrad, I spent a lot of time volunteering at the Free to Be Me program through the Stedward Center. I was there every Tuesday and Thursday night. That led me to pursue a master's in adapted physical activity. After that, I got a job as a student advisor for a little bit, with the U of A, and then ultimately I wound up as an adapted physical activity specialist with Edmonton Catholic Schools, and so I did that for the last 6 years, focusing primarily in early learning. But really enjoyed that, and it was super hands-on, and then made the leap into bigger and better things. So yeah, it's been a while, and I'm thrilled to be able to still work in the field that I love, with the people that I've worked alongside or bumped into or volunteered with for so long. So it's great.
And this is not, I'm going to throw you for a loop. You're like, no, Tara, don't do this. But I think it's super interesting. I think it's super interesting. Can you share with people just quickly, you can even just say the title or the like shortened version of it, because I know you wrote a whole thesis on it, but what was your research about? Because it's pretty cool.
Right. So I looked at a sledge hockey team, actually, and the motivating factors around participants. Why do you want to be there? Who are the important people? How are you motivated to continue to stay in the sport? So yeah, that was a lengthy process, and it was really cool. I had a great time. The whole theory and the lead up, that bit, not so fun. Getting out, being able to meet people, doing the research, that was the best part. And I had a great uh, goodness, Tara, Dr. Nancy Spencer, Cavalier,
Yeah.
supervisor, fantastic. Yeah.
Quality. Awesome. Sorry, I put you on the spot there, but
Okay.
like who gets to research sledge hockey? So
Right.
I think that's
Only
pretty
super cool
fantastic.
people.
Uh, okay, this one's a bit of a big question, but I think it's important, especially with someone in an executive director role. I mean, knowing your background a little bit now, what is your vision for PSA? Where do you want to take it, or where do you kind of see it going?
Yeah. I mean, planning for anything right now is super tricky. Things change on a dime. Um, we have a really great team, excuse me, that's been able to continuously pivot. We joke about the pivot, but it's it's creativity, it's adaptability, and so that's been huge in just maintaining operations, because I did really think it was important to keep our programs open if we were able to do so safely, just because so many other things were shutting down and weren't being offered. Um, but ultimately, my commitment to PSA's mission of enhancing the social and physical and mental health of children and adults with disability is forefront. I think it infuses every decision I make, every email I send, every connection or conversation that I have with external um, funders or different disability organizations that we can partner with. I'd like to bring a bit of a renewed commitment to grassroots sport. I really want that first contact piece, how we get people in. I want to do a better job of doing that. And I also really want to potentially create some new opportunities to keep people active with PSA for a longer span, that active for life piece. I think we can grow how many people we have in our programs and our program offering too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Exciting. Cool. Okay. Well, this one's stemming a little bit away from PSA, but people might not have ever met you before. So, what are some of your interests outside of PSA?
Right. Well, if you've had a Zoom with me recently, we're all working from home. So you've most likely had the opportunity to meet one or both of my sons. Peter is 4, almost 5, and Patrick will be 2 at the end of the month. So they take up most of my extra time outside of the job. We moved, my husband Chris and I, we just moved in the summertime. So our new neighborhood, we've been really enjoying exploring, and we're close to the river valley. So going for walks in the evening and taking them to parks and just playing outside and having fun. I'm looking forward to putting some grass down this year. That'll be pretty exciting. So not so much mud in my back entryway. Um, yeah, just hanging out with my family. Oh, and I guess I can also say I do cheer for the Oilers. That's a problem for some people. Long suffering Oilers fan. I'm really excited. I'm ready for the pandemic to be over for a variety of things, but I miss live sporting events a lot. I don't go to a lot of football games, but I miss going to the one or two a year that I do go for sure.
Very cool. Yes, you are a diehard Oilers fan. Like, good for you. True Edmontonian there. I don't know how you guys do it, but good on you. Yeah. And then I guess the last thing, if there's anything else that you want to add in or anything that we didn't go over that you feel free. This is your time to add it in if you'd like.
Sure. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching till the very end of this. If you made it this far, I really appreciate the opportunity to be involved with PSA. I think it's a fantastic organization. I can't believe how long we've been around. That's huge for any organization, particularly a nonprofit. I'm excited to see where the future goes and what it holds for us. Um, I'm cautious. This is such an uncertain time, but there's a lot of great people participating in our programs. There's a lot of great people helping to facilitate. I've been leaning really heavily on our board of directors, and they've been so wonderful in sharing their time and expertise with me. So it's been a really great experience, and just that I'm here. I really feel that accessibility and transparency build trust, especially around anybody in a leadership position. We've been aiming to do that a lot in our social media. I think if you've been on our Facebook feeds or Instagram or Twitter, you've noticed the frequency at which we're posting, because I think it's really important for you all to know that even though we may not be doing programming right now, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, whether it be fundraising events or even renting out equipment to use in the community on your own time. We're going to host some program specific Zoom chats here, some town halls in the next few weeks. So hopefully we'll get some people out to share their experiences with PSA. I want to hear it all. So pick up the phone. Please feel free to call. Email is great. I'll get back to you. We can set up a Zoom call. I just want to connect any way that we can. So please don't hesitate to do so.
Awesome. Well, that's really great, Katrina. I know we had a few people saying hello to us tonight on the live chat, and I should mention that for those that are watching this back a little bit later, so if you're not live with us, feel free. Katrina is a social media whiz, I will say. She loves her social media, so she'll be checking in to see if there's any comments. We'll also post her email in the comments. So if you, like she said, if you have any questions for her, big or small, or you just want to say hello or welcome or introduce yourself to her, she would be so happy to meet people, because I can say from my experience working with Katrina and knowing her in grad school and things like that, she, number one, puts people first. She believes in relationships like no one I've ever met before. If you ever get the chance to meet her sister, Michaela, who is in some of the programs that PSA runs, you'll clearly see why this is so valuable. And Katrina's family has seen the value that PSA has brought to her family, and she wants to give that to other families and other people. So she truly, what she says is what she means. And she's really great at taking feedback too. So things you want changed, things or ideas that you have, she is open to hearing them and working with people and trying to make it happen. So like I said, definitely reach out. It's not false words that she's saying. She is somebody that you'll want to get to know. So anyways, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Oh, you're welcome. Well, it's the truth, so it's easy to say. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we will we'll also send this out. We'll download it and send this out via email too. So those of you who don't have Facebook and couldn't join us tonight this way, we'll make sure that you can watch this recording also. So anyways, have a wonderful night. And thank you, Katrina. Okay.
Thanks, Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for all your help. Bye. Bye, guys.